Allt-yr-yn is one of Newport's 2 local nature reserves, and it was established in 1986. The park was granted its local nature reserve status in 1994 due to its important species and habitats. Right in front of my eyes is a busy habitat getting on with his daily business. The nature reserve lies between Mountshire, Brecon Canal and Allt-yr-yn View. It comprises of an area of 32 acres. The Welsh translation of Allt-yr-yn is the slope of ash trees. Allt-yr-yn Nature Reserve stands where once stood the Allt-yr-yn House Estate, which had been built in the middle of the 18th century. Over the years, the Allt-yr-yn House Estate changed ownership until its last owners in 1957. It fell in disrepair, and in 1971 it was the subject to an arson attack by vandals and burned to the ground. Newport City Council purchased the estate in 1983, and in 1986 the nature park was established. Acknowledging the history of this local nature reserve is of great importance. I stopped by Newport on my way to London. Newport has an estimated local population of 317,707 in 2021. This city has a history that dates back to the medieval times, and today is known for being a university city. According to data recorded during the last census, Newport has the 3rd highest population in Wales. The nature reserve circular is a 1.9-mile loop trail and is great for walking, running, hiking and nature trips. Right in front of my eyes is a gentle stream meandering through the center of the nature reserve. The water volume seems to be reduced. I guess it's that time of the year. Why Allt-yr-yn Nature Reserve? The nature reserve has huge natural spaces with grand and impressive gigantic trees which provide a dense undergrowth and in some areas shelter for relaxation. I came across a young man who was meditating under one of the trees. I also came across a lake in the middle of the nature reserve. I would say the water has a chocolate brown dark color which looks rather bleak and mucky. I guess it's water from a nearby stream. Just adjacent to it is another sister lake which is covered in algae and dark brown water next to it. I could appreciate a few people walking in the distance, and there is quite a bit of motorway traffic, which I believe is the M4 nearby. I could also see a few birds on the lake. Walking within the nature reserve was a great distraction away from the city. The woodland have the appeal of undisturbed floral cover, which gives it a rural charm adjacent to Newport City. Within the nature reserve, I came across a few people walking, some were walking their dogs, and most of them were very friendly. I bet it will be perfect for jogging, rambling, hiking, as the hills are quite steep. At the opposite end of the nature reserve, I came across an expansive clearing which provides a scenic view of the nature reserve. Probably this is not the right time for me to catch a glimpse of a few wild flowers, but this place would be perfect for a picnic. The landscape was gorgeous. It was time for me to make the gruesome hike back to where I left the car, as the hills were unforgiving, but I would like to admit that I've enjoyed the views, peaceful quiet walk, muddy chocolate brown lake, the gentle stream, and it was a worthwhile stopover. Till next time.